All right, so let's proceed. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Moses, Zira, and good evening, Benedict.
Good
Good
evening.
evening, Benedict. So today is going to be our final class, and within the week, I'm sure everybody should be able to complete the requirements for this course, and so welcome once again, and congratulations, you made it to the final week. It's not been easy, you know. It's it's one thing to start 18 and it's another thing to finish up. The difference between people who are successful in life, it's how they finish up things. Most people are very good at starting, and then along the line they don't make it to the end. But you being able to go through and get to this point, it simply means you're an achiever, and then it simply means you will do great things in life. So today is going to be very interesting. That's why I needed everybody to be in class. Well, unfortunately, many people are not here yet. So we'll be looking at portfolios, freelancing, and cyber safety, as promised today. So the mission for this week is build, launch, and protect. So we're going to be building, launching, and protecting within the week. And so if we follow through today's what we have to do today, um, we'll be able to achieve all of this within this week. So by the end of this week, each and everybody should be able to create their online portfolio and set up a freelancing profile, and also build um, your personal brand. And lastly, by the end of the week, everyone should be able to understand and apply cybersecurity fundamentals, because um, digital digital safety is very important. Um, if you're doing business online or you're doing anything online, it is important to learn how to protect your digital identity. So we are going to go through all of this in a nutshell. So, but before we even proceed, I don't know if anyone has questions or concerns so far before we proceed to today's class. If you have any questions or concerns so far, you could just let me know. Moses, do you have questions? Benedict, do you have questions? Okay, thank you for the feedback. So today we are going to be looking at version control, and that's what we'll be looking at first. Um, yeah, so we're looking at version control. You can see version control like Google Docs, um, Google Docs version history, but for code. In Google Docs, you'll be able to track, changes that have been done on your file over time, recover mistakes. You'll be able to even do a lot of stuff, to resolve conflicts and all of that. So um, that's how version control is. So version control helps to track changes in your files over time, helps you to recover from mistakes easily, enables collaboration without conflicts. And again, for version control, Git is the tool for version control. And then GitHub is just like the platform where your code lives online. So we're going to be seeing how all of these things works briefly. So to get started with GitHub, you're going to simply sign up at github.com. Then you create a repository, which is just like a folder, and then you upload your files to it, and you're going to write a README. And so I'm going to quickly show you how that looks like. So this is GitHub. This is GitHub. This is how GitHub looks like. It's a very important tool in your journey towards building a tech career. This is where developers, writers, and anybody who is working in tech usually, manages versions of their work. If you're a writer, for instance, and you have a manuscript you're writing, you can simply upload it on GitHub. Whenever you make changes, you'll be able to track those changes. And if you want to revert the changes to maybe back in time to a particular moment, you can do that, and you can get people to collaborate with you. So this is my GitHub page. I'm just simply going to show you my repository. Repositories are just like folders where you keep your work. So in my repositories, you're going to mostly see codes, yes, of different applications that I've been working on over time. So I have over 36 repositories here. So let me just open one for you to see how it looks like. Let me open this. This is how. Okay, this is just a simple file structure. You can see the various files in this repository. So you can browse through your files, and actually view, if you're a developer, you can view your code in real time and even make changes to your code and even deploy your codes using GitHub. So that's how GitHub basically works. So those who participated in the the various code tags, you can simply come on GitHub and create a repository and simply upload. And the way to do that is quite easy. Let me go back to my GitHub profile. Okay, so to create a repository, it's quite easy. There are two ways to do that. You can do that from using Git from the command line, or you just come on GitHub and click on new, and it's going to ask you to write the repo name. Then I can say intro to tech, and then I can decide to make this public or private, and then I can decide to add a README file. A README file is just like a description. You can add to it a public description. So yeah, so I can now create the repo. So a repository has been created. I can then decide to add files to this by uploading new files. Yes, or I can decide to edit my README page. A README page is, let me show you how a README page looks in real time. Let me go back to home. And then I'm going to simply open an existing project. Let's say this is a feed section where you will be able to see projects from other people. And let me quickly open. Let's say yeah, this is my friend's repository. Philip. Okay, let me open Talkmost. This is his latest project that he has been working on, and it's been making waves around the internet. It's a very powerful documentation tool. You can see it has over 16,000 stars. People have, what this means is that people have indicated interest in this project. They started it to be one of the projects they want to be looking at. So this is, I'll show you what the README does. Okay, this is the README page now, right? It's like a description of the project. So you can see getting started. To get started with DocMost, please refer to our documentation, blah, blah, blah. So you can put links, yes. And then you see he listed the features here. He even added screenshots of the application and every other information that that will be useful to those who are looking for that particular application on GitHub. So you can, on GitHub, you can make your project either public or private. Like this particular project now, he made it public because it's an open source project. So that's why it's public. And that's why I'm able to see the codes. I can actually download these codes and run it locally or run it on my server. He even kept instruction on how to do that. Yes, he has instructions on how to do that. If I click on the documentation, yeah, I will see instructions on how I can run this application locally or on the server. You can see it has taken me to the documentation. You can see the installation guide here, and you see everything I need to install it. So, but nothing to worry about. So if you decide to choose the technical part and you decide to go into coding, GitHub is a tool that you will always run to, yeah, to manage things, yeah, and for collaboration. So we are going to move on. Yeah, so your tech portfolio is just like your proof of skill. What this simply means is that, you know, in this digital age, yeah, if you're applying for a role, yeah, maybe you're applying for a job to a particular tech company, these days they don't usually ask you for your CV. They ask you for a link to your portfolio. They want to see what you've been doing. They want to see what you've done. So they are more interested in what you've been doing or what you've done. So that's why I can boldly say that your tech portfolio is your proof of skill. It's just like your new CV. Yes. I currently run a tech startup, and then in my tech startup, when I'm hiring for any particular role, whether for contract or for, you know, for whatever reason, I don't usually look for the person applying. I don't usually look for their CV. I mostly ask for. I don't usually request for their CV. I mostly request for their portfolio. Yes, ask them to send me a link to their portfolio. Yeah, I just want to see what they've done, I don't care if they've gone to school or have any certification or not. I just want to see what they've done. Yeah, what they've done and speaks more to me than what they've written on their CV. That's it's the same thing for several other um, you know tech companies. They ask you for your CV. If you're a designer, for instance, they ask you for your Behance link or Dribble link. So we're going to see what that means. So why your portfolio matters, your portfolio, it shows what you've built, what you are learning, or your commitment to growth. So I usually encourage everybody who is trying to break into tech to start building their portfolio as quickly as possible. You don't have to wait until you become um, um, or until you are advanced before you start creating a portfolio. No, you should start building your portfolio like right now as a beginner. Anything you learn, anything you practice, anything you do, put it somewhere, and that's how you'll be able to track your growth and see if you're growing or not, so that when it gets to a point where you are not competent with your skill and you want to offer your skill as a service, then you don't have to like struggle to show um, people your portfolio, because you've already been working on that. So for code, GitHub is a very, very good place to build your portfolio. And Netlify, I just showed you guys GitHub not long ago. So I'm going to show you Netlify. I'm sure most of you are already familiar with Netlify. Netlify, it's so powerful. It's where um, developers push their front-end applications. Like that's why they deploy their front-end applications. It's we use Netlify a lot, and it's quite easy to use. So Netlify has grown. With Netlify, you'll be able to deploy not just JavaScript alone these days. It seems they are expanding. I think JavaScript has several frameworks. So if you decide to like, okay, pursue programming and you want to do front end, you can. I would gladly recommend JavaScript. JavaScript has a very matured ecosystem. It has popular frameworks like React, Vue.js, and Next.js, and even Remix. Remix is a very popular framework. Yes, we have Angular and the rest. So you can just pick up any of them and then start building your portfolio. And so this is Netlify. So if you're a designer, you're going to find Behance very, very useful. Behance is like, man, the domain for designs. If you're a graphic designer, you can come here to look for concepts. Behance.net, you can come here to look for concepts. If I'm looking for a designer, for instance, and I want a particular kind of designer, I can just come on Behance.net and I'll search for the kind of designer I'm looking for here. If I'm looking for somebody who is good in illustration, I simply filter my search and look for portfolios that are categorized under illustration. You understand? And let me just quickly show you how a Behance profile looks like. Sorry, let me go back. Let me quickly show you how a Behance profile. I'm going to open somebody's profile on Behance to show you how it looks like. Okay, let's open this one. No, let me look for UI UX. Yes, let me look for UI UX, user interface and user experience design. Let me look for a portfolio here. Okay, let's click on this first one. This one is marked as multiple owners, so it means it was not designed by a single designer. It was done by multiple designers. So on Behance, you can collaborate. Yes, maybe if a particular work was done by a team, yes, it can be specified on Behance that, okay, this was done by a team of designers. I mean, why isn't it opening? Okay, I think it's still loading or something. But let me try this other one. Oh, okay, let me open in a different tab. All right. So it's still loading. I hope you are following. Welcome, Magdalene. I can see you. you just nicked in Nicodemously. Welcome. So yeah, we started by talking um about version control. Yes, for those who are going to coding, we started by looking at how one could save their projects and how one could manage various versions of their projects, and collaborate, yes, using Git and GitHub. Yes, and I demonstrated how one could create a GitHub repository, which is just like a folder that is saved on the cloud. So I don't know why this is taking too much time to load. I really love to show you how Behance works. Uh, so there are several designs on Behance. Like this is like the domain for designers. You can see even photographers are here. See graphic design, photography, illustration, 3D arts, UI UX, motion design, architecture, product design, fashion, advertising. You can see several kinds of design. Even 3D illustrations are always also here. So I was hoping I could show you somebody's profile, but it's taking too long. So let's check Dribbble instead. Dribbble is another design repository. Yes, it's so powerful. You'll find more designers on Dribbble than even Behance. Yeah, there are more designers doing great stuffs. You can see people displaying their portfolio. All these things you are seeing, their portfolios. They're displaying their work, and then if I'm looking for a designer to hire, I can come on Dribbble or Behance and search for a portfolio that I'm interested in, the kind of design style that I prefer or that I like, and then reach out to the designer and who can take it up from there. Or if a designer is applying for a particular position, a design role, the designer can simply send their portfolio, their Dribbble link or Behance link to the person that wants to hire them. So let's see if Dribbble allows to view. Okay, yeah, Dribbble is it's working fine. Okay, this is somebody's design work. You can see it's just a sample. It's just a sample. Yes. Uh, so what these platforms will allow you to do is that it's going to help you to create project thumbnails. Specify the tools you used for the work, and also the process and visual mockups as well. So let me look for a project that is very much detailed. Like this one now, mobile UI design. It's for a cybersecurity application. Hope you guys can see my screen clearly. I didn't even ask to confirm. If you can see my screen clearly, okay, thank you, Magdalene. Yes, thank you, Benedict. Yes, so, okay. Yes, thank you, Zira. Yeah, so this is a mock-up for a cybersecurity application. It's just like a thumbnail. If you want detailed information about the project, then you can get in touch with the designer. This is just like the guy showing you a tip of the iceberg, showing you what they can do. And then once you like their design, you can go ahead and reach out and engage, and do business. So those who are interested in designs, yes, when you make your graphic design or your UI UX design, don't leave it on your device. Create it, share it online. I mean, create a portfolio. Yes, so that as time goes on, when you look back, you discover that you've been able to create a lot of portfolios, and you appreciate your progress, So this is another nice display. So this guy can create nice designs like this for mobile apps, So here, one more thing. Okay, this one I provided more screenshots here. So some people can, yeah. This is what I was looking for. So this person, gave a detailed description of their design. You see, hello everyone. Our UI UX design team recently developed a concept for streaming mobile app dedicated to movies and TV series. You can see there is a lot of description. This guy gave good description from the fonts, to the colors. You can see the color palette of this mobile app UI features a dark background to reduce eye strain. You can see this design thinking here. Good designers don't just design for designing sake. They design for reasons. If they use a color, they're using that color for a particular reason. If they're using a particular icon or a particular shape, it's for a reason. You can see this person specified why they had to use a dark background to reduce eye strain during extended viewing session and create a home theater effect. Bright UI design elements guide users' attention to key features. So they only use bright UI elements, like for instance, this white color here, to guide users' attention to key details. You can see these bright colors here is to guide user attention. You can see the logic behind their work. So the main characteristic of this mobile app design is it emphasizes on personalization. For instance, users can configure a filter that automatically shows only unwatched movies. You can see nice description. So if I see such a portfolio and I'm looking for such a designer, I'll definitely reach out to the person, because this shows that the person knows what they are doing. So it's actually a design company. Let me view their profile to see. Yes, Rona's IT UI UX team. So on Behance and Dribbble, you can either upload your work as an individual or as a company. So this is an example of how a design profile looks like. I just clicked on the IT company's profile, and then I can virtually see all that they've been uploading. So you can see these are very nice designs, very, very nice designs. Wow, these guys have been doing a lot. So, and I'm quite impressed. So if I'm looking for an agency to do our designs, I can definitely hire these guys. From what I can see, they've been doing a lot of work. These are all their works. These are all their work. So let's not dwell much on this. Yeah, so that's what it means to have a design portfolio. You know, this is a very good template, a very good example. Hope you are following. If you're following, please just send me a reaction. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. So this is what it means to have a design portfolio. Yes, well detailed. If I should open one of this work again, you can see this is an excellent design portfolio. Is I'll have to drop this link on the chat so that those who are interested in using this as a template, and then one good thing about exploring platforms like Dribbble and Behance, it's going to help you improve your design eye. When I was still a designer, I was doing design. Then when I started early in tech, how I was able to like improve in design was that I was looking at other people's design, that I was drawing inspiration, right? Improving the way I see things. You know, most times we we most people spend too much time trying to reinvent the wheel. You know, meanwhile, they don't even know what a wheel is in the first place, and so how do you reinvent what you don't even know in the first place? And it's not even advisable to like. It's not a smart thing to do. If something already exists, in innovation, like in the innovation space, the best thing to do is to look at what has been done so far, learn from it, and then build upon that particular thing. Yes. So if you're starting out as a designer, you don't have to start reinventing the wheel. Go and look at what is been done so far. Check designs. If maybe if you have a project, maybe you want to do a mobile UI for, let's say, crypto trading, for instance. Go on Behance, go on Dribbble, search for other people's design, see what they've done so far. Improve the way you see, and improve the way you think in terms of design, and then you can now start working on your own design projects. With this tip, you can grow so fast. Within a month or within just a short period of time, you'll be making excellent designs, and you'll be ready to offer your design skill to even companies. Yeah. So because any company that sees that you can do wonderful designs, everybody needs somebody who is good at what they do. Yeah. So if they say that, okay, this person has what it takes, why not? Most times experience not really matters in this generation that we are. What matters a lot is your skill, not necessarily your experience. Yes, what matters is how you approach things, how you can solve problem in real time. Yes, so let's move on. Let's not dwell on this. So must have sections in your portfolio is you must have a session for that you tell people about yourself, and then have a session where you put your projects and then your contact information. So after displaying all of those things, yeah, people need to be able to reach out to you. Yes, for several reasons. So freelancing, yeah. So after having a portfolio, the next thing to do is to create a freelancing profile. Yeah, most of you will be like, uh, I'm just starting out. I don't have this skill set yet. And that's not true. as a beginner, that thing you think you have that is small, you can offer it to somebody somewhere in the world, and they're going to pay you for that. That's just the truth. Like the level you are currently, right? You can offer something to people out there, and they're going to pay you real good for that. Yeah, for real. So I listed the two most popular freelancing platform, which is Fiverr and Upwork. So I would advise each and every one of us to create a portfolio on Fiverr and Upwork. Yes, and then once you do that, update your profile, put links to your work, yeah, and then you start offering your services. So as a beginner, there are services you can offer. Yeah. So and I listed some of the beginner friendly services you can offer. And the first one here I listed is basic website setup. Yes, with your web studio skills. Yeah. If you've been really doing your work, I mean your assignment on web studio, with your web studio skills, you can make money. Yes. You just have to be, able to properly edit web studio templates. Most people don't know how to do that. They don't know that that's even possible in the first place. So it's a privileged information. It's a privileged information. Most people don't even know that all of those things are possible. Is that you can actually just build websites like that without stressing yourself. Yeah, so you can offer such services to such people. Some people, they know it's possible, but they don't really have the time to do that, to sit down and put or edit a web template to production level, to a state where they can deploy it. So you can offer that as a service. You can offer your Canva design as a service. Your form creation, yes, form creation is a big deal now, especially automated creation. Like when you create a form and then people fill the form, you use tools like Zapier or Anything to create some automation. Yes, that can maybe submit that form to a Google Sheet or use that form input and respond automatically to their submission, maybe via email, right? Maybe, okay, an example of automation is like, okay, you get the form input from them, you send it to a Google Sheet, and from Google Sheet, you automate the process. You take the inputs to ChatGPT or any AI tool to help you maybe filter the candidate you're looking for, and then tell ChatGPT to write an automatic response to the applicants or to the people who fill the form, and then it will just do that. Yeah, you can use tools like Anything to connect the dot, or Zapier. Anything is a free alternative. Zapier has free plan as well, but it's limited. Yeah, so you could do all of these automations easily without writing a single line of code. So that's a very powerful skill set that you can offer as a freelancer. And then, yes, simple automation. Yeah, that's what it's called. So you could do web design, Canva design, form creation, and simple automations as a beginner. And you're going to get people who will pay you real good for that. Okay, so let's proceed. So how to create a great freelance profile. So the very first thing you must consider in creating a great freelance profile that will stand out is a clear and searchable title. Like for instance, if you want to offer design skill, you can say, "I will design a landing page for you," or "I will design." If offering a graphic design skill, you can say, "Okay, I will design a flyer for you," blah blah blah, and then you put your description. Yes, highlight what you offer and your time. So all of these platforms, all of these things are there. When you're trying to list your service, Yeah, they'll ask you for the title, the description, and the timeline, all of those things. Then a link to your portfolio. So you see where portfolio comes in, right? It's very important. People have to see that okay, you can actually do what you say, you claim you can do. Yeah. So when they see, seeing is believing. When they see your portfolio, yeah, they can then engage you. So and again, lastly, you have to put up a very good profile image. Yes, a very clear professional photo and brand aligned banner. If that's where personal branding comes in place. Yes. So in offering a freelance skill, you have to brand yourself as the person offering the skill. Brand yourself, position yourself properly, so that when people view your profile, they can, instantly trust that you can do what you say you can do. Yeah. Is there any question at this point? Anyone with any question? If you're good, just give me a thumbs up. If you're good. Okay, Benedict, you're raising your hands.
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit going to digress a bit about the GitHub. I was supposed to ask you, but I thought maybe you give us room there. I didn't give us room there. That's why I'm coming on. In terms of dealing with GitHub, how do you collaborate when you're working with a team? How do you do a collaboration?
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's a good question. To do that, you simply add the team member as a collaborator, right? And then GitHub has a lot of features. Yeah, if you check GitHub, there are branches, there's the main repository. Like I said, the repositories are just like folders. There's a folder called the main, there's a folder called the branch, and there's a master branch there. So when you're collaborating, yes, a lot of people can be working on the same thing, but um, you as the owner of the as the owner of the, or let's say the one who has the privilege to put things together, you decide to accept the inputs you want. So it's not as if as they're working, everything will be changing. Your main code will be changing and all of that at the same time. No, when somebody makes a contribution, right? One of your collaborators makes a contribution. You as the person maintaining the branch, you view and see if the change or the pull request the person is trying to make. Yeah, this is what they call pull request. Trying to make it's good for production, then you can now accept that changes, and then that changes merges with the original, work that you guys are on. And then with that, now you have a new version, right? So like that, you keep iterating that way. So if once that merge is done, you merge those changes together to the main branch. If somebody else brings something up, like maybe they work on something new again, you still do the same process. You review and then you merge to the main thing. So this is it's a very, very great platform in the sense that it allows even a very huge team to work together without conflicts, because when everybody makes their own input, maybe somebody's working on a landing page while somebody's working on maybe a different part of the project entirely. As they are working, they are sending in their changes, and the person in charge of the repository is going to review the changes before even merging. So all of those features are there. You can invite somebody to collaborate on a project. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're
Thank you, sir.
welcome. Any other question? Any other question before I proceed? Okay, so seems there's no other question. So yeah, so that's that about creating a great portfolio. These are just tips. I'm going to share this slide after the class so that we can follow up. So let's talk about building your personal brand. It's building your personal brand is like the main thing to like it's key to offering your services online. It's almost like a requirement. So one thing about offering your skill is that one thing you must know is that people buy from people they trust. That's just the truth. And trust is just like a currency now. So your brand is your reputation. So you have to make it very intentional, right? So and one of the structure in building your brand is your three line tech bio, who you are. So you have to clearly state who you are, what you do, what you are learning, right? People need to see that, okay, and this person is on a journey, right? And is heading this place. This is what this person is currently doing. So yeah, as a beginner right now, this is a very good structure to follow. Yeah, you simply state who you are, what you do and what you are currently learning. And then if you have existing work you've done so far, you can showcase that as well. You can use Canva to create nice branding for yourself. Position your, maybe you can create a cover photo for your social media pages, stating some of the things you do. Positioning yourself properly. If you have a logo, you can use that as well. Maybe if you don't want to work as an individual, you want to work as an agency, you can do that as well. So these are very important tips in building your personal brand. Yes, so that people can easily work with you and get to trust you. So the way you position yourself online matters a lot. The way you position yourself online matters a lot. It determines how the kind of attention you get from people. Yes. So we are simply going to move ahead to cybersecurity basics. I wanted to dive deeper in cybersecurity, but time will not allow us to do that. So I'm just simply going to give basics. Yes. So in cybersecurity, one of the pillars of cybersecurity is what they call the CIA triad. The CIA is not the regular American CIA that you know. What the CIA means here is confidentiality. That the C stands for confidentiality, the I stands for integrity, and the A stands for availability. So as you're working online, as you grow online, that's how your risk grows as well. The more you engage with people online, the more you offer your services, interact with people. Yes, and you grow in the process. That's how. So do your risk. Yeah, your risk grows with you as well. Yeah, so it's important to be, cyber security aware. Like you need to have basic cybersecurity tips to guide your interactions online. So for the confidentiality, what this means is that while you're working online, you should ensure that your data are private. You must keep your data private. Yes, protect them with passwords and encryptions, Yes, and then for the integrity, what that simply means that you should ensure that your data isn't altered. Yeah, so you can utilize, backups, and version controls, you know, so that in doing so, you achieve the very first thing here, confidentiality and integrity, because having your work in a version control or backing it up online, those platforms offer you, some of them are even encrypted. Yeah, so it offers some of the, so in doing so you get to have confidentiality and integrity. And then the last one here, which is availability. You should always ensure, if, for instance, if you're a developer, you should always ensure that your systems are always available. If you have a personal website, you should ensure that it is always up and running, all the time, so that when people want to access you, they are able to access you. If it's not your website, if it's a client's website, you should always ensure that that client's website, maybe a client asks you to build an e-commerce site for them. You should always ensure that that client's website always stays online. Yes. So because there's what they call denial of service attack. Yes. If that happens a lot, even in Nigeria. Most times when you see that it's time for election, you see that INEC servers are down. It's sometimes it's not a coincidence. Sometimes it's people making sure that people don't have access to, INEC platforms. That's tampering with availability. Yes, it's a cyber attack. Um, same as every other one I mentioned so far. So a quick win for you will be to use a good password manager. Google already has a very good password manager. You can use a password manager like Bitwarden. It's a very good one, so that you don't have to always remember your passwords, and you don't have to always use simple passwords. Yes, uh, your password should be strong, unique, and you shouldn't repeat your password. That's the like one of the requirements. So if you have dynamic passwords that are strong and unique, one can easily forget such password. That's where password managers come in. These days I don't remember my passwords. I have them saved in my password managers. So, and then in your accounts you have to enable 2FA. 2FA means two-factor authentication, so that when you, for instance, you want to log into your Facebook account, you shouldn't just enter your email and password and your Facebook account is open. They should send you, you should enable 2FA so that they can send you a code, yeah, to your email or to your phone number before you can proceed. Or you use an authenticator app. Me, I prefer using an authenticator app. I use Google Auth a lot. Yeah, Google Auth. It is safer, but it is also risky. If I lose my device, I can't have access to any of my accounts, because uh, although I have my passphrase backed up somewhere else. So yeah, so it's I won't recommend that for you. But if you're comfortable doing that, no problem. But it's like a very secure way of doing this. But instead of using your email for some kind of application, I use my email to receive OTP. But for some sensitive application, like let's say my crypto wallet, for instance, I I use Google Auth. Yeah, so then so beware of phishing emails and fake links. Sometimes you receive links in your emails. claiming to be from maybe a particular website you use regularly or a particular social media. And then when you check the link properly, you discover that, oh, maybe there are some little difference. Maybe the Facebook, let's say you get a link from facebook.com, right? If you check properly, you might see that the Facebook was not spelled correctly. It resembles Facebook, but it is not Facebook. If you click on such links, and it will look like Facebook, yeah, a clone of Facebook. If you enter your credentials, the credentials are not going to Facebook server. They are going to the attacker's server, and the attackers will then use your credentials to compromise your accounts, to gain access to your accounts and kick you out. So it's very important to be mindful of the kinds of links we click. Yes, there are a lot of clones out there, a lot of fake websites, all of that will lure you to, enter your credentials. Yeah, so we should be mindful of phishing emails and fake links. So I'll quickly talk about cyber hygiene. Yeah. So this is just a little tip, yeah, a little checklist to ensure our cyber safety. So always use strong and unique passwords all the time. Make sure you use strong and unique passwords. Use password managers. You can install a password manager. You always enable 2FA. Yes, so as you create your GitHub accounts, your Fiverr accounts, your Behance accounts, always enable 2FA on those platforms. And then from time to time, you should check if you have been compromised. Yes, if your data is part of a data breach. I'm going to show you guys this one live, like right now. Okay, let me exit. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Oh, I'm coming. I want to get to that link. Where is the page? Yeah. So I'm going to show you this, how it works. Let me just quickly copy this link. Okay, yeah, let me go to the link. Sorry, can you guys hear me? My network got interrupted. If you can hear me, please just indicate. Okay, thank you. So a call came in and it was disrupting my network. So what this is a very important website though. Yeah. So as time goes on, you should always enter your email here and then click on check. So this is going to check online. You can see, oh no, found this email address has been found in multiple data breaches. Review the details. Oh, you see, my email self has been a victim of data breach. Yeah, so you should always check. Like what this helps to do is to help you see if maybe one of the websites you've used before has been hacked and your data has been stolen. And then, when hackers carry out attacks on platforms, the first thing they do is to steal the user data, and then most of them take it to the dark web. I don't know if you guys have heard of the dark web before. They take it to the dark web and sell those data. Data is the new oil now. It's like the new oil. For those who understand the importance of data, especially in this AI age, AI cannot work without data. Yeah, and AI is useless without data. So most of these people, when they attack a website, they take those information to the black markets on the dark web and sell it. Yes, they filter the information. You can see data breaches. Oh no, found. This email address has been found in multiple data breaches. Review the details below to see where your data was exposed. So you can see it didn't just give me a notification. It gave me where those data breaches happened. Like the first one here is Internet Archive. I use this website sometimes to, check for some archives, old websites and all of that. So yes, Trello in January 2024, data was scraped from Trello and posted for sale on popular hacking forums. You can see, right? Containing over 15 million email addresses, names, and usernames. The data was obtained by enumerating a publicly accessible resource using email addresses from previous breach corpuses. Trello advised the no unauthorized access had occurred. Okay, that no unauthorized access has occurred. You can see compromised data, email addresses, names, and usernames. You can see. So this is a very important website. As you go on with your digital journey, you should always come here, put your emails you usually use all the time, put it there and see if some of the services you've been using was hacked and data was stolen. You can see this. I use Gravatar as well. You can see same thing, email, name, and username was stolen. I use Nitro, SitePoint, GitHub, and Lumen PDF. So I'm going to review all of these things. Thank God I went checked today. So this one is even, it was auth tokens. Wow. Gender, name, password, spoken language. Oh, wow. So, I have to review this. So you guys can do the same thing. Let me drop the link for you. You guys can put your email there and check if I did a video about 3 years ago talking about how you can check if your data was breached. If you check my YouTube channel, you'll see it there. Yeah, so let me drop the link for you. Yeah, so you just put your email there and see if you've been hacked, if your any of the services you were using, you currently use, has been compromised or not. So it's a very important website. So you can see me that is teaching you my email. I don't see my email down. So yeah, so it's good. It's a good practice. So let me check my other email and see to be sure. I hardly use this one online, but let me check and see. Okay, very good. You can see data breach is 0. Good news. I hardly use this email online, this particular one. Yeah, I don't use it. I don't use it online for anything. Yes, I use it for only important platforms. So you can see there's no data breach. But my other email, man, that one is like my general email. I use it to try out everything out there online. Yes, I use it to sign up on platforms, try out stuff. You can see that's why it became a victim. So that's it about that. Yes, I'm hoping you guys will try it out and see. Yes, please ensure you try it out, and make sure it's going to help you to have a good cyber hygiene. So lastly, no oversharing personal data in public profiles. Yes, so don't limit the amount of personal information you give out, like your maybe date of birth, your relationship. I mean, the person you're in a relationship with, or yeah, a lot of this information sounds harmless, but an attacker can do a lot of things with that. For instance, if an attacker knows your date of birth, knows the year you graduated from school, and all of those things, your surname, your favorite pet name, they can put all of these things together and create what they call a word list. And A word list is simply a list of possible inputs. Like for instance, most people, they usually use simple passwords. Sometimes they use their date of birth, their phone number, or their email, or their pet name, or their surname. So these are attackers who use all of these things and create a list of possible passwords. Yes, automatically. Yeah, there are tools that does that, and like magic, they are going to guess your password. Yes, they will guess your password. So if you are on platforms where you don't have 12 year enabled, and an attacker is able to guess your password, an attacker can easily just gain control of your accounts. Yes, so especially now that we have AI can people use AI to hack now. They use AI to do a lot of harm. Even though AI is very good and people use it to do a lot of good, the bad actors are using AI to do a lot of bad. They use it to improve their bad acts. Yeah, uh, so it's very important to. So this is the success checklist. So for this week, you should ensure that you have a GitHub repo with your code. That if you are interested in coding, then you should have a live portfolio for your designs if you are interested in the design parts, and then create a freelance profile, set it up properly, and then on your social media platforms, do a rebrand, create a tech bio, state what you do, and a brief bio, and do a little bit of branding. And then lastly, check the use the cyber safety checklist that I've shared, to check your cyber safety. So I wanted to give a bonus before we enter the Q&A. I intend to give a bonus tip, not a tip, a bonus package. Yeah, I'm generous. I like giving out free things. So so that's why I tried to, like, okay, let me give a bonus today. So I'm simply going to open one of my favorite tools. I don't usually use this tool very much, but I use similar tools to this. It's an AI that can help you build anything. That's how powerful it is. So if you're looking at building an MVP, if you have an idea, you just want to see how it looks like, or you want an AI assistant that can help you write code. There's this thing called vibe coding. So that's what I want to show you today. Yeah, so that's a bonus tip. I don't know, has anybody heard of vibe coding before? You've heard of vibe coding? Like vibe. Okay, Benedict. Yeah, that's good. Magdalene, oh wow, vibe coding, yeah. Vibe coding is it's the new trend. People with AI these days, people don't there's a group of people that, or a set of people, especially Gen Zs, that just use AI to build applications without really understanding what's happening at the hood, behind the scene. Yes. So it's called vibe coding. Based on your vibe, you just carry AI tool and you start writing, making requests, writing prompts, and the AI start building stuff for you. So we are going to vibe code right now. Let's get our AI to work for us. What should we vibe code? Does anyone have any suggestion? You can just put it in the comment section, or you unmute your mic and speak. What should we vibe code this evening? What would you like our AI to do for us this evening?
An e-commerce site, that is what I would suggest.
E-commerce, okay. Magdalene, what would you suggest? Moses Zira, what would you suggest? Are you guys still there? Want to vibe code now? Benedict said e-commerce. Okay, let's try e-commerce and see. So I'm going to simply ask the AI to create an e-commerce site for us. So somebody said there's this guy that brought the concept of vibe coding. I followed the guy on Twitter. He also made a statement years back that English language is the hottest programming language right now. So it's no longer Python or JavaScript. It's English language because of AI. So if you understand English and you can write good prompts, yeah, you're going to do amazing things in this AI age. So that's the new programming language, the new and hottest programming language. So let's ask our lovable AI. I like the name lovable. Let's ask our lovable AI to create an e-commerce website. So what are we going to, Mr. Ben, what are we going to sell on the e-commerce?
That is fashionable stuff.
A fashion store, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Create. So I'm just going to ask them in lovable AI to create an e-commerce store for selling fashion items. So it might ask me to log in. Okay. Well, let me see. I don't have an account with Lovable. Let me simply sign up with Google. Okay. Trying to set up my account. You guys can't see the pop-up. There's a pop-up. Since I'm using Google authentication, so um, and I only shared this particular desktop window, so that's why you guys are able to see the authentication process. So, but it's almost done. Okay, you can see it's loading. Yeah, so it should. I think we're done. Yeah, it's loading already. So just like that, I now have a lovable account. What's happening? They require me to like do an email confirmation. Okay. I don't know why it's not. Okay, let me just open the Lovable AI again. Lovable. The dev. Let me see. So with Lovable, you can create virtually any kind of application. Yeah, like web applications. You can create virtually. Okay, we are already signed in. Yeah. So let's ask Lovable the question again. Create me an e-commerce website for selling fashion items. So it might ask me to connect a database. Okay, you can see. It's asking me to connect Supabase for backend. Let me open Supabase. I don't know if I have a Supabase account. Supabase. Supabase is a database, an online database. If you've heard of MySQL before, or Postgres database, Supabase is an easy database. It's like a back end for your app. It helps to speeding up your development process. As a developer, some of the repetitive tasks you always do is to start creating sign up process, login, log out, all of those processes. Superbase already has all of those things in the back end, so you don't need to worry about creating those stuffs. So another AI that I also like very well. So if you're not a developer, if you're a designer, a UI UX designer, it's a new AI, a very new AI called Stitch by Google. You guys will love this one. I usually use Stitch to create a very nice user interface. And sorry guys, I lost my internet. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, sorry about that. So give me a moment. Let me reshare my screen. I don't know why the internet just went off. I wanted to show you guys how Lovable works, but it seems village people don't make a show now. Well, anyway, it's a simple tool that you guys can try out. I wanted you guys to like see it in real time. I'll just drop the link on the group because it seems we won't be able to see how it works. I'm currently having issues from my end here, so well, you guys should pardon me for that. Well, it's a very, very simple tool. It's an AI now. I'm sure most of us are familiar with AI. You just tell the AI what you want. To like do the setup process, connect Supabase, so that we can have a database. But if we're unable to achieve that, let's see. If we're unable to achieve that, then you guys can just try it out yourself. But let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. If the network disrupts us again, then we'll just call it a day. Well, let's see how it goes. Let me share my screen again. Okay. Yeah, so I'm sharing my screen. So yeah, so we're back. So Lovable is asking to connect Babase. Man, sorry, honestly, I don't. Well, it is well. Nigerian fact. So immediately I just shared my Lovable screen, it went off again. So, but I think we are back now. So are you guys still here? If you're here, please give a reaction. Thank you. Thank you for still staying. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I'll quickly still try and share the Lovable screen again. Whether village people like it or not, I'm going to show you guys Lovable today. So, Yes, so I'm glad they think I would have loved to show you how super base work, but um, anyways, let me just show you what the AI has done on Lovable connection today. It's working. Yeah, it's finished working. So I just want to show you guys how it looks like. Then we just wrap up the class for today. So, can you guys see my screen? Okay, thank you, Zira. Yeah, so if you can see here, let me zoom in. It's say need to save product information, add user accounts, shopping carts, or connect with payment gateways. Superbase is a simple way to add these features. So if I want this e-commerce site to be functional, I want people to be able to create accounts. I want to connect a payment gateway like Paystack or something. Yes, I want people to be able to use this e-commerce site in real time. Yes, I'll need a backend called Superbase, and I would have loved to show you how Superbase works, but because of our time and because of the network issues, I won't be able to do that. But anyways, you guys can explore Superbase yourself. So this is a preview of what the AI has done for us. You can see, Mr. Ben, your e-commerce site is up. So you can see within a few minutes, you can see what AI has done for us, right? Let's see what AI has done for us. So this is just a UI. Yes, you cannot shop with this, but with Superbase and with payment gateways connected, yes, it becomes a real time. If we connect Superbase to this nice user interface now, people and then we deploy this site, we publish this site, then people will be able to shop real time on these sites. Yes, after connecting payment gateways to it, people will be able to actually use this e-commerce site to shop. So this is just an example of what Lovable can do for us. So that's just it. That's just it. Let's proceed. Okay. Yeah. So it's time for questions and answers. Does anyone have any question? Because we've come to the end of our class for today. So is there anyone with a question or feedback? Okay, Zia, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. I didn't get the aspect where you said we can use Superbase. I didn't get that part. My network was shaking, so I don't know if you can go back.
Okay. I will do that right away. So I was trying to say that after using okay, I just missed deploying our site. Let me drop the link. So this link I'm dropping is user interface that the AI generated for us upon request. So you guys can check it out and see. So what I was trying to say is that currently what we have here, right? This interface we have here. Let me open the live link. This interface we have here, that this AI made for us, is just a UI. Every website has a user interface and every website has a back end. This is just what users can see, right? But this website now is not fully functional. People cannot shop, people cannot do anything. It's just a design. So to make this design functional, we need Superbase to serve as the back end. With Superbase, we can save product information, add user accounts, shopping carts, or even connect with payment gateways like Paystack and Flutterwave to receive real-time payments. So in order to make this e-commerce site fully functional, we'll need to connect Superbase so that people can actually shop in real time. Yes, for now, this is just an interface. And then this is it. If you click on that link I sent, you'll see what the AI did for us. See, that was created a very powerful user interface for us. It's just a UI. It's like if I try to register, I won't be able to register or log in or purchase any product because we need a back end to be able to do that. Right now, we don't have a back end. Yeah, Superbase is a back end. I don't know if that answers your question, Zira. All right, thank you. So please, you guys should feel free to try out Lovable. If you have any crazy idea in your head that you just need to see how it looks like in real life, go to Lovable. Enter, all of you know how to speak English, just type it there. If it requires Superbase, create a Superbase account. This is Superbase. If it requires a Superbase account, create a Superbase account. Yes, and then connect Superbase to it, and it's going to complete the app for you. Okay, Ben, go ahead with your question.
Can you make changes to the prompt? Like maybe the first output that it gives you is not what you want. Can you make changes and then it gives you a better return?
Yes, definitely. You can. Yeah, okay, let's do it so I can see. What changes do you want us to make?
Let's see a different UI.
Give use a green theme. Yeah, so I'm asking the AI to change the theme. So it's currently working on it. You see, I will update the website to use a green theme by modifying the color scheme across all components. So it's still working. You can see what's working on in real time. You can see the codes. You see, it's creating the codes. I just previewed the codes now. You see, these are HTML codes. For those who were in the HTML class, you can relate to this. Yes, these are the HTML. You can see these are the HTML code it's creating. So I think it's done with the changes. Let me exit this. Okay, it's still working. Okay. Okay, I've updated the website to use a green theme. So let's verify that facts. How do we preview? Okay, yeah, you can see, right? You can see technology. So this is powerful. Yeah, so welcome guys to vibe coding, to the era of vibe coding. So you guys can see this as an introduction to vibe coding. If you have crazy ideas you want executed in 2025 and beyond, you can use Lovable to create powerful MVPs, minimum viable products, and then just to show people how your idea works in real time, and then get investors to fund the idea, and you start your tech startup. So that's vibe coding for you. Is this interesting to anybody? I don't know if you guys find it interesting. You do. Yeah, yeah. So it's very powerful actually. So I will advise you guys to explore. There are several AI tools that you can use for this. So is there any other question before we proceed? Okay, Zira.
Okay,
Please go ahead.
thank you so much, Mr. Steven. Yeah, thank you so much. Truly, the class has been so impactful, and I've learned a lot. So, I just want to know, if anyone is interested in going further, do you offer paid classes, or if you don't, can you recommend like places we can register for further knowledge, things like that?
Okay.
I don't know if you get me.
Yeah, that I get your question. Thanks for that. Okay, so yeah, this is the end of our class for today. So if you want to go further, actually I do not offer a paid service, but I'm always available to guide you. If you are very, very serious about taking things to the next step, I'm always available to guide you, yeah, personally. I won't be there to like maybe show you things in details, but I can point you to resources. Yes, because in this tech age, you need somebody who can like show you what to do, where to get stuff from, you know. And I've been in this tech space for 2025 is my 10th year in tech. Yeah, so I've been in almost all the relevant field in tech, from blockchain, cryptocurrencies, you know, to AI, down to cloud computing, designs, web development, you know, a lot of I've explored a lot of fields, DevOps, just name them. So I I think I'm in a very good position to show anybody who is interested in tech. I think I should be in the best position to like show them where to get their learning resources from, what to do, what to learn, and what not to learn. I understand tech trends, where the world is heading to in terms of technology here. So and that's what this class is designed to even achieve, right? So everything I've shared so far, they're all relevant in today's tech space. They are all relevant. That's where the tech world is, and that's where everything is moving towards. Yeah, so that's it basically. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Yeah, you did
All
it.
right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So feel free to reach out anytime. I'm usually very busy, but I usually create time for people. Yeah. Really, when I notice you're serious, then I can just create a time for you. So that's it. Any other question in the comment section for you? That is show you guys Stitch. But let me just drop it in the comment section. Stitch is a very powerful user interface design tool by Google. Google just released it, I think, this week. And I used it to create a very nice user interface for a particular project. So you can explore Stitch for UI. So if there are no further questions, we may as well proceed. You guys should follow Keen Learning Institute on social media, and you can connect with me on I'm usually on Twitter. I spend a lot of time on Twitter. So you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, or reach out to me on WhatsApp. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter to get updates about what I'm working on, what I'm doing. Yeah, because I'm very relevant and active in the tech space. So yes, if you really want to keep up with what I'm doing, yes, yeah, the project I'm working on, yeah, you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram. So keep exploring. Always make sure you share your progress. It's very important. It's going to help your digital footprint. Always make sure you share your progress online. Yes. So thank you so much for following till the end. It's a great pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you everybody for following to the end. It's a great privilege to guide you guys, this far. So the meeting has been recorded. So if you lost or you missed any parts, you can go back to the recording. The recordings will be shared on the group.